Hello! So 1.21 added custom enchantments, so naturally, Skyblock. Hypixel Skyblock. Yeah, like a normal person, you know? By the way, I'm doing a face reveal at 10 million subscribers. We're already 0.00442% of the way there, so if you want to see that, consider subscribing. So, yeah, I've got 22 different enchantments from Skyblock. 23 actually, kind of. This works with no mods. You can just add it to any survival world and it will work. And if you want to get this for yourself, the download link is in the description. First of all, we have growth. Very basic enchantment. Just like Skyblock, it increases your health. It gives 1 health per level, so that's half a heart per level. So with growth 5, you get 2.5 hearts. Up next is reflection. It's similar to thorns. In fact, it's mutually exclusive with thorns. If we summon the skeleton, it takes damage. It's actually better than thorns, but it only works... What was that? It only works against projectile attacks, and you can only put it on chest plates. The next enchantment we have is Transylvanian. So, just like Skyblock, this gives you health when mobs are nearby. So if we take damage, I took damage. And now if I summon a bunch of zombies, wow, I get a bunch of health back. Probably too much, in fact. But yeah, that's the result of having a ton of zombies in one place. In normal scenarios, you're probably not gonna have that many. Up next, no pain, no gain. Just like Skyblock. If you get hit, you gain XP. But unlike Skyblock, it actually works when you get hit, and not when there's just a mob standing on top of you. And multiple pieces of armor stack. So like if we get this zombie here, see how my XP's going up? Even though it sucks in Skyblock, I actually had to nerf it because turns out a little bit of XP in Skyblock is quite a lot of XP in vanilla Minecraft. Oh, that zombie dropped an iron ingot. Up next is Habanero Tactics. Now, this has a bunch of effects in Skyblock. I actually started working on this before Habanero Tactics got buffed. So the old version of Habanero Tactics increased the damage of daggers, scythes, axes, and katanas. So I just took the axe part of that. Yeah, it increases your axe damage. So without Habanero Tactics, if we attack the zombie, see it has 10.24 health after a normal non-crit. But if we put on the armor, now it... Wait, what? What happens if it doesn't have armor? Okay, so the armor actually makes quite a big difference, I guess. But yeah, you can definitely see there's a big difference on zombies that don't have armor on. Now we have Legion. This one's pretty cool. So as you can see, I have another heart. Like Skyblock, Legion increases your health and attack damage when there are other players nearby. But also wolves, they have to be tamed by you. If they're untamed or tamed by someone else, they don't count. But it also works with iron golems and axolotls, and it works up to 20. So if we get a bunch of allies, as you can see, we get a whole 30% extra stats. And as I said, it applies to attack damage as well. Okay, cool. That was all the armor enchantments. Now let's get to the tool enchantments. There are 3 here. First of all, we have experience. This works on pickaxes and swords. As you may guess, it just increases the amount of XP you get. So without experience, I'm at exactly 1 level, but with experience, wow, I'm at a level plus a bit extra. It's the same with killing mobs. So I'm at 1 level again. And now I'm at not 1 level. There, now I'm at a little over 1 level. Why does RNG have to ruin this? Now we have Smelting Touch. It just smelts loot. So, like this iron, it turns into iron ingots. It also works with Fortune. It also works with logs too. So we get charcoal instead. And this applies to every single block that can be smelted. And the third and final tool enchantment is Flash. When you're fishing, you have a chance for the bubbles to appear instantly. So like we fish here, didn't get it that time. See, there, it appeared instantly. The chance of it happening is 1% per level. So at level 5, there's a 5% chance. I wanted to add the chance enchantment to bows, but to do that, I'd have to rewrite the loot table of every single entity that's affected by looting. Every single one. So instead, I just made it so you can put looting on bows. Next enchantment is Infinite Quiver. It saves 10% of your arrows per level, like the old version before it got nerfed. So as you can see, I shoot an arrow, that one got consumed, that one didn't. That one didn't either. Wow, a pretty good streak. But see, that one got consumed, but that one didn't. And so on. So why use this enchantment over Infinity? Well, Infinite Quiver is compatible with Mending. But not only that, if we get some tipped arrows, then those get saved as well. Same with spectral arrows. Your arrows are still limited, so don't go wasting all of them. The next enchantment we have is Dragon Hunter. This works on bows and swords. And so if we go into the end, everyone in the end, we go see the dragon, we shoot it with the Dragon Hunter bow. It did a bit of damage, but that's still... I didn't even mean to hit that crystal. But like... yeah, it's hard to really get a good comparison. Wait. But like, see, that bow did like 2 pixels of damage. This one does 3 or 4. So yeah, if you're fighting the dragon, use Dragon Hunter. And the last bow enchantment, this one should be a really cool one. Duplex. You shoot 2 arrows. That's really cool. It is kind of buggy, so don't try to break it, please. You shoot 2 arrows, double the damage. Don't know why that one didn't hit him, but yeah. Now, you may notice it's not as fast as Skyblock. That's intentional, because you have to deal with invincibility frames. The only way around that would be to make it so that every single arrow doesn't have invincibility frames, which, when you're swarmed by skeletons, wouldn't be fun to deal with. Okay, now we move on to the sword enchantments. There's quite a lot of them. First of all, I'm grouping these 3 together. There's Cubism, Ender Slayer, and Smoldering. All 3 of these increase your damage against a specific type of mob. Cubism is for slimes, magma cubes, and creepers. Ender Slayer is for endermen, endermites, ender dragons, and shulkers. And Smoldering Unlike the Skyblock counterpart, it works on every nether mob, not just blazes. And they're all compatible with sharpness. And Smite and Bane of Arthropods, but like, who uses those? Next enchantment we have here is First Strike. It increases your damage on the first hit of a mob. Same experiment as earlier. That's down to 8 damage. Without First Strike, it's down to 12. So you're doing quite a bit of extra damage. Not enough to one-shot one with the leather helmet, though. Next is Critical. Now, I did want to try to make it increase the damage when you get a crit. I'm not sure if they changed it, but when I made this enchantment, I'm pretty sure that wasn't possible. So instead, I just made it so you have a 20% chance to deal extra damage. Oh, look at that! I finally got a crit. It took me quite a bit of zombies to get there, but I got it. Thanks, RNG. Okay, our next enchantment is Luck. Just like Skyblock, it increases the chance of a mob dropping its armor. So let's say you get this shiny new diamond armor zombie. You find it naturally. You want the armor, so you take out your luck sword and kill it. And you get nothing because RNG hates you. Okay, but you find another zombie out in the wild wearing full diamond armor. And you still get nothing because RNG is your worst enemy ever. So let's say you find another diamond armor zombie out in the wild, you know, 3rd time's the charm, and you get the armor piece. Yay! But yeah, I can assure you it does work. I've tested it. It does make a noticeable difference. By the time you unlock it, you'll probably have an armor set you're happy with, but who knows, maybe that zombie will have good enchantments on his armor. The next enchantment is Cleave. It's mutually exclusive with Sweeping Edge. It makes you deal extra damage when there's mobs next to each other. So like, as you can see, these mobs aren't in the sweeping radius, but I'm still hitting them. Now we have Champion. So, you may be thinking, how does this work? It increases combat XP, but there's no combat XP in vanilla Minecraft. Well, here's how it does work. There is one stat on Champion in Skyblock that works in vanilla, and it often goes underlooked because it's really not that useful. But in vanilla Minecraft, it can be pretty cool. On the second hit of a mob, it drops XP, and it's not a low amount of XP either. It's around the same amount of XP you get from actually killing the mob. So yeah, Champion is a pretty good enchantment if you need the XP. Now here's our ultimate enchantments. First one, Soul Eater. When you kill a mob, you get some of its attack damage added to your next hit. The amount is 20% per level, so if I kill this zombie, it has 2 attack damage, and since I have Soul Eater 5, 2 damage will be added to my next hit. So as you can see, yeah, it has 2 less health than normal. Now, this doesn't make a huge difference with weaker mobs like zombies and skeletons and creepers, but when you kill, say, an Enderman, you get more added attack damage, and this extra damage can allow you to one-shot a zombie with a leather helmet, of course. And if you get a giant somehow, well, giants have a lot of attack damage, and I mean a lot. So if you get an Enderman, you can one-shot it without even getting a crit. And the last enchantment is One for All. It's incompatible with every other enchantment. No looting, no unbreaking, no mending. and of course, no other damage enchantments. The trade-off is that it multiplies your damage by 2.1. So, like, you can one-shot a zombie or a skeleton with just one enchantment. And if you have a tougher enemy, you can also kill it pretty quickly. Wow, I did not expect to kill that Enderman in just 2 hits. I have considered making it so that the enchantment does give some extra durability protection, but for now, try to save it. It has the same durability as a normal sword. So yeah, that's all the enchantments I added. So you're probably wondering, that's cool. But you said you can obtain them all in survival, so how do you get them? A lot of the enchantments can just be obtained in the enchantment table, by fishing, by trading, anywhere you can find most enchanted books, really. These enchantments are Cleave, Critical, Cubism, Ender Slayer, Experience, First Strike, Growth, Infinite Quiver, Luck, and Smelting Touch. Now, the enchantment table balancing for these books may be really off, because, well, you need a PhD in random nonsense before you even begin to understand how those numbers work. But yeah, if something's off, tell me, I'll try to adjust it accordingly. Now for the other enchantments that aren't obtained normally. Some can be obtained from crafting. Reflection is crafted with 8 emeralds surrounding 1 skulk. It's like the emeralds are the moats and the skulk is the shadow crux. That gets you a Reflection 1 book. Habanero Tactics is crafted with 2 brown mushroom blocks, 2 rabbit feet, 4 fermented spider eyes, and a nether star. Quite the expensive recipe, but you get a level 4 book out of it. Transylvanian is similar, but it's a little different. First, you need to go to an end city. And in the chests, you might get some Hemo vibe. If you get 9 of these and place them on a crafting table, you get 1 Hemo glass. Drop 1 Hemo glass and 3 paper on a crafting table, and you get a Transylvanian 4 book. It's a bit more complex, but there's currently no way to make custom recipes where the ingredients have custom NBT data. There's a few enchantments dropped by mobs, so Dragon Hunter has a 1 in 100 chance to be dropped by Endermen in the overworld and nether. It's nerfed to 1 in 5,000 in the end because, well, but if you are looking for a better source of the enchantment in the end, you have shulkers. They have a 1 in 20 chance of dropping the enchantment. Smoldering is a 1 in 100 drop from blazes. So yeah, we killed a bunch and got a Smoldering book. Both Dragon Hunter and Smoldering are affected by looting. The Flash enchantment is a guaranteed drop from Elder Guardians. Come back here, Elder Guardian. See? Guaranteed. Duplex is a 25% drop from Withers. This is unaffected by looting. Champion can be obtained from librarian villagers or from Hero of the Village gifts. Let's see if any of these people want to give me one. Oh, see there, I got 2 of them. And lastly, Legion, No Pain, No Gain, One for All, and Soul Eater can all be obtained from vaults. One of these enchantments is always guaranteed from ominous vaults, but there's a 10% chance of getting it from a normal vault. Oh, is that one? Yeah, there we go. I got Legion from one of them. Yeah, it's a 10% chance of getting one of the books. So yeah, that's all the enchantments I added to vanilla Minecraft from Skyblock. Now you may be thinking, but that's so many enchantments. How are you going to get all of them onto a single item while staying under 39 levels? You can't really. You can get pretty close. I made this sword using enchanted books while staying under the limit. And compared to a sword that has everything you can put on it, it's pretty close. But if you want all of them, you're kind of out of luck. You'll have to use different weapons. Or, you know, just use a mod or a data pack or something that allows you to remove Anvil uses. But yeah, that's the end of this video. If you like this video, the next one will be about adding the rift to vanilla Minecraft. Although I'm probably gonna do that anyway, whether or not you like this video. Because that does sound fun. Bye!